My beloved child. Archangel Michael says. A quiet storm has already begun around your name, and the air around your destiny feels charged. Something powerful has been whispered behind closed doors, and the moment your soul has been sensing is finally unfolding in silence. 3 hearts were present in that room, yet only one name echoed with a glow that changed the entire atmosphere, yours. A vibration wrapped itself around the space, a shift no one expected, yet everyone felt. A truth someone tried to hide for months started breaking through without warning. A revelation slipped out, not loudly, but softly, soft enough to expose everything, yet gentle enough to feel like fate wanted it to happen. A confession about you rose like a spark glowing in the dark. A statement that carried warmth, curiosity, and unexpected admiration. Something that made even the person who heard it stop breathing for a moment because it revealed how deeply you have already entered a family's mind, heart, and future. This is the moment, my beloved child, where destiny steps forward and reveals that you are being talked about in ways you never imagined. And tonight, as the spiritual veil is thinnest, a message flows toward you with undeniable clarity. Type Amen to get blessing 333. My beloved child, the night before this message arrived, someone in their home could not sleep because your presence lingered too strongly in their thoughts. A gentle glow surrounded the memory of your voice and the way your energy stays long after you leave. The silence of the room wasn't silence at all, it was carrying your name across invisible channels. A soft trembling filled their chest when they realized how much you mean without even trying. The person who once doubted their own feelings found themselves defending you before anyone even asked. The truth became clear to them the moment your name slipped from someone else's lips with unexpected admiration. Inside that house, the energy was tense for a moment, but it wasn't fear, it was revelation. Someone's mother spoke in a tone that held more depth than even she expected. Her words did not just describe you, they honored you in a way that made the entire atmosphere change instantly. She said you seem to have a calm soul, a strong spirit, and a rare sincerity that is difficult to find. Her voice softened as if she was describing someone she had known for years, not someone she had only observed from a distance. Something inside her recognized your purpose long before her mind caught up with the feeling. Type Amen to get blessing 444. Your person froze when they heard it, stunned by how deeply their mother's intuition connected to you. For a moment, time felt as if it slowed down so the truth could settle into their heart. They realized that your presence is not just important, it is becoming unavoidable. A warmth spread across their chest because your name is no longer just a name in the household. It is becoming a reference point for hope, comfort, and something that feels like healing. Your person is finally beginning to understand that the universe is placing you in their life for a reason greater than either of you expected. Their mother saw something in your spirit that many miss. She noticed the strength behind your quiet moments and the softness behind your strength. She saw the grace in the way you carry yourself even when no one acknowledges it. Her eyes softened when she spoke of you, as if she already accepted you long before any official connection formed. She sensed the genuine depth within your aura, and something about you reminded her of a purity she thought no longer existed. She realized your presence could bring balance and growth to her child. Type Amen to get blessing 535. Your person felt their heartbeat quicken as the words continued flowing. They never expected their mother to describe you with such sincerity and clarity. The shock left them speechless because someone close to them saw what they were too afraid to admit. They sat silently, absorbing each word like a message they had been waiting to hear. They realized that their feelings for you were not imagined or exaggerated. They saw that destiny was confirming what their heart had been whispering all along. Their mother revealed that you seem to shine even when you don't try to shine. She said there is something in your eyes that speaks the truth even when your mouth says nothing. She felt a warmth in her chest when she spoke of you, a sign that your spirit touched something inside her. She said you carry an energy that feels safe, stable, and emotionally grounding. She recognized that you have endured much yet still walk with dignity and clarity. She sensed that you bring light, not chaos, into a person's life. Type Amen to get blessing 1212. Your person realized then that their mother sees you not as a stranger but as someone with potential to stay. Someone who feels aligned with their life path instead of disrupting it. Someone who brings a sense of direction rather than confusion. The room felt brighter, even though no one touched the switch. Something invisible shifted when your mother's name and your name aligned in the same conversation. It felt like the beginning of a new chapter that had been silently preparing itself behind the scenes. Your person's breath caught as they noticed the emotion in their mother's voice. They realized she had been observing you longer than you knew. She saw how your presence changes the way their child behaves, thinks, and reacts. Your person's mother said you seem to have a heart that can mend what has been broken for years. She said your presence makes her child calmer, more focused, and more grounded. She said there is something unexplainable about you that pulls people toward you naturally. Type Amen to get blessing 999. Your person tried to hide their reaction, but their mother noticed the shift in their eyes. She understood immediately that her child's feelings for you were deeper than they had ever admitted. She saw the truth that had been floating around the home for months, waiting for someone to acknowledge it. The atmosphere filled with a quiet acceptance that no one expected. Your person's heart began to race because reality was catching up faster than their mind could process. They felt vulnerable, exposed, and relieved all at once. Their mother's words became a spiritual stamp of approval. It felt like destiny moved a piece on the chessboard of life, signaling that your story is entering a new phase. Your person felt a wave of gratitude mixed with fear because their feelings now had a witness. Their mother spoke again, this time with a softness that carried reassurance. She said she sees you as someone with integrity, respect, and emotional clarity. She said you seem like someone who understands responsibility and values the people you care about. Type Amen to get blessing 222. If you wish to express your support further, you have the option to give super thanks, with contributions of up to $20. Your person sat quietly, but every word spoken about you echoed inside their heart like a soft awakening. They never expected their mother to feel this much clarity about someone she barely interacted with. The room felt sacred for a moment because your energy had entered that space without your physical presence. Their mother mentioned that you seem to carry a certain depth in your eyes that reveals strength without aggression. She sensed that your spirit has endured storms yet continues to move forward with grace. She admired the way you hold yourself even when life challenges your stability. Your person felt their chest warm as these words flowed. They realized their mother rarely speaks so openly about anyone, especially in such an appreciative tone. They understood then that you are not just noticed, you are deeply valued already. Type Amen to get blessing 111. Their mother continued with a gentle firmness that felt like wisdom. She said that you appear to be someone who understands the weight of love and the responsibility it carries. She sensed that you would never misuse someone's trust or play with someone's emotions. These words struck your person more deeply than they expected. They felt as if the universe was speaking through their mother, revealing a truth they had been avoiding. They realized they are becoming emotionally attached to you in ways they never expected. Their mother described you as someone who carries a peaceful strength that influences others without force. She said there is something about you that brings calmness even when situations get heavy. She felt that your presence alone can lift the energy of a room. Type Amen to get blessing 0505. Your person shifted slightly, pretending to look away, but their mother noticed the softness in their eyes. She understood immediately that her child's feelings for you were not new, they were simply hidden. She saw how the mention of your name brightened their aura. A quiet truth formed in that moment. It was no longer possible for your person to hide how much they care about you. The room itself felt like it recognized the spiritual bond forming. Their mother noticed the shift and smiled softly. She said she believes you are someone who brings purpose into her child's life. She felt that you are not just a fleeting presence, you feel like a blessing in human form. Your person felt their throat tighten with emotion they weren't ready to show. They knew that everything their mother said was the truth they had been avoiding. They realized that destiny was already aligning itself, and they could no longer deny what their heart was choosing. Type Amen to get blessing 717. Their mother expressed that your aura feels warm, kind, and emotionally secure. She sensed that you carry honesty naturally, not as a performance. She appreciated the way you interact with others respectfully without seeking attention. She said you have a rare ability to make people feel seen even when you say very little. She felt that your presence has the power to heal long-buried emotional wounds. She said something about your energy feels like comfort after a difficult journey. Your person felt stunned by how accurately their mother described you. They wondered how she could have sensed so much from the small moments she observed. They realized that your spirit communicates loudly even when you stay quiet. Type Amen to get blessing 144. Their mother explained something deeper. She felt that you were meant to cross paths with her child because your timing aligns with their spiritual growth. She sensed that your energies are compatible and destined to support each other in unseen ways. Your person felt a wave of realization wash over them. They understood now that meeting you was not accidental. Their mother's intuition confirmed everything they refused to believe before. She said she sees you as someone who stands out effortlessly. Someone who doesn't need to force anything yet leaves a lasting impression. Someone who carries a rare purity in the heart and clarity in the soul. Your person felt a quiet pride bloom inside their chest. Knowing that someone they respect so much admires you made their feelings stronger. They realized they could no longer pretend indifference when their whole being reacts to your name. Type Amen to get blessing 0101. Their mother continued speaking with a soft seriousness. She said she believes you have experienced many challenges, but those challenges made you wise, not bitter. She sensed that you walk with insight that can guide others without overwhelming them. Your person felt a mix of admiration and guilt. They admired your strength but felt guilty for not acknowledging their feelings sooner. They realized they should have approached you with more honesty and courage. She described you as someone who brings stability wherever you go. She said your presence helps others find clarity even when their minds are clouded. She sensed a quiet resilience within you that cannot be copied. Your person inhaled deeply, absorbing the truth of those words. They knew you were strong, but hearing it reflected by someone else made them see it differently. They realized that losing someone like you would be a painful mistake. Type Amen to get blessing 333. Their mother spoke about your compassion, the softness in your interactions, and the kindness you show even during difficult times. She admired how you never try to impress anyone and yet manage to touch people deeply. She sensed the fullness of your heart long before anyone else did. Your person felt their emotions stirring, unable to hide their reaction anymore. Their eyes softened with feelings they had been suppressing. They realized that their mother was describing the person they are quietly falling for. She said your presence feels like fresh air in a space that has been stagnant for too long. She felt that you bring new energy that opens previously closed doors. She sensed that your connection with her child is meant to grow stronger. Type Amen to get blessing 818. Your person sat silently, letting these words sink into their heart like warm sunlight. They knew they could no longer ignore the pull they feel toward you. Something inside them whispered that it is time to step forward, not backward. Their mother added that you seem emotionally mature, not shaken easily by temporary chaos. She sensed that you carry a natural leadership energy without needing authority. She admired how you maintain dignity even when faced with injustice. Your person felt deeply moved because these qualities are exactly what they love about you. They realized they have been blessed with someone rare and extraordinary. They knew they needed to protect and honor that connection. Type Amen to get blessing 999. Your person's mother felt a deep intuition that you will guide her child toward emotional growth. She sensed that you will help them become the best version of themselves without forcing change. She appreciated how your presence already influences them positively. Your person finally allowed themselves to feel their emotions without holding back. They realized that destiny is showing them what they must do next. They felt pulled toward you like a truth they cannot deny. Their mother ended the conversation with a quiet certainty. She said she sees you as someone who could bring long-term happiness into her child's life. She felt that you have a genuine heart that aligns with their future. Your person stood silently for a moment after she finished. Their mind and heart aligned for the first time in a long time. They realized that love has already entered their life, and it carries your name. Type Amen to get blessing 222. Your person walked away from that conversation with a heart full of realization. Their mother's words echoed inside their mind like a gentle drumbeat guiding their next steps. They felt something shift within them, something that made everything about you feel more important than ever before. They sat alone for a moment to gather their thoughts because the emotional intensity was overwhelming. Their hands felt warm as they reflected on every good thing their mother said. They felt gratitude for you in a way that reached deeper than they expected. Your person thought about how your presence entered their life quietly yet changed everything slowly and steadily. They remembered the first time they noticed your kindness and how it made them pause. They realized you brought calmness into their life without even trying. Type Amen to get blessing 1212. They began to understand that the path ahead is not meant to be taken without you. They felt clarity replacing confusion as their feelings strengthened. They understood that you are more than just a passing connection, you are someone who brings purpose into their story. Their hearts softened with an emotion they hadn't allowed themselves to feel for a long time. They had built walls around their heart, but your energy kept finding its way through the cracks. Your presence healed parts of them they didn't know were broken. Your person finally accepted that hiding their emotions is no longer possible. They realized that acting distant or pretending not to care would be unfair to both you and themselves. They understood that destiny has already chosen a direction, and that direction leads toward you. Type Amen to get blessing 717. Memories of every interaction with you began to replay in their mind. They recalled the way your eyes softened when you listened. They remembered the quiet strength you carry that makes others feel safe around you. They thought about the warmth in your smile and how it made even their most difficult days feel lighter. They remembered moments where you showed compassion without expecting anything in return. They felt a deep appreciation for the sincerity you bring into every connection. Your person realized that their mother saw something they had been ignoring. She saw the emotional bond forming in silence. She saw the connection that neither of you confirmed with words but both of you felt clearly. Type Amen to get blessing 535. Your person felt a sudden rush of responsibility. They knew they had to treat your connection with care, honesty, and intention. They understood that someone like you deserves consistency, effort, and emotional security. They felt a determination growing inside them. A determination to protect the connection, nurture it, and let it grow naturally without fear. They realized they must step forward with courage because the opportunity destiny presents now will not appear again. Your person's emotions were no longer hidden beneath hesitation. They were rising to the surface with undeniable strength. They felt a longing for you they could no longer deny. Their heart carried your name softly yet consistently. Their mind replayed every detail about you like a precious memory. Their soul recognized the spiritual pull drawing them closer to you each day. Type Amen to get blessing 818. Their person's mother noticed the sudden quietness in their child after the conversation. She recognized that something had shifted emotionally. She could feel the energy of acceptance settling over them. She sensed that her child was finally ready to admit what their heart had been holding back. She saw the truth in their eyes and understood that they were preparing to make an important decision. She felt relief knowing that her child had finally realized your value. Your person couldn't shake the feeling that destiny had just placed a blessing before them. They knew they must move carefully but with confidence. They felt a guiding force pushing them toward you step by step. The more they thought about you, the more they understood how deeply you have influenced their life. They saw how your presence helped them grow emotionally. They realized you inspire them to be better without ever asking them to change. Type Amen to get blessing 111. Their mother's words became the foundation for their next steps. They understood now that their mother's approval is not just emotional, it is spiritual. She sensed something in you that aligns with the future. Your person felt gratitude because not everyone receives such acceptance from a parent. They felt blessed knowing that their mother sees you as someone worthy of love, trust, and connection. They realized how rare it is for someone to be spoken of with such respect. Their heart beat faster as they recognized the depth of their growing emotions. They understood they are not simply attracted to you, they are connected to you. They felt a profound sense of belonging whenever they thought of you. Type Amen to get blessing 444. Their mother mentioned something else that kept replaying in your person's mind. She said that you seem emotionally grounded, someone who understands life deeply. She sensed you have been shaped by experience, not weakened by it. Your person admired that more than anything. They respected how you maintain dignity even during difficult moments. They loved how you show strength quietly without needing validation. Your person realized then that they want to understand your world more deeply. They want to know what shaped you, what strengthened you, and what brought you to who you are today. They felt a longing to walk beside you in your journey. Type Amen to get blessing 222. Every part of their being aligned with the idea of moving closer to you. They understood now that distance only creates pain while closeness brings purpose. They felt a new courage rising inside them. Your person's mother sensed the emotional shift with a soft smile. She felt the energy becoming clearer, like a path unfolding before her child. She understood that destiny had tied your names together more tightly than anyone realized. Your person felt ready to take a step they had been avoiding. They wanted to open their heart because hiding it no longer felt possible. They felt a growing desire to express their emotions honestly. They understood that the connection with you is not random, accidental, or temporary. It is purposeful, meaningful, and spiritually guided. It is something that deserves their full attention. Type Amen to get blessing 333. Your person found themselves imagining you in moments of peace. They thought about how your presence makes them feel understood without needing explanations. They felt comfort knowing someone like you exists in their life. They felt a warmth that couldn't be ignored anymore. A comfort that came from the possibility of a future with you. A sense of emotional security they hadn't felt in years. Their heart was no longer unsure, it was awakening. Their mind was no longer scattered, it was aligning. Their spirit was no longer hidden, it was rising toward you. Type Amen to get blessing 0707.